Hello, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. This video is going to be an unboxing and installation video of a product from 1110. So, I have recently got a new gun set up. I got a Glock 47 with a red dot sight on it. And so I am quote unquote retiring my old holster here and gone to the new holster that can accommodate a red dot sight on pistol. So my current holster setup, I have a tourniquet attached to the holster. Now, this particular product, so to speak, does not come from a big name company or anything like that. It came from a person who used to make Kydex holsters, a very small shop kind of operation, and basically what he did was he took a piece of Kydex right here, cut it, heated it up, bended it to how he needed it, put the holes in it to match up, and voila, made a tourniquet holder for a Safariland holster. Pretty cool. I like it. The problem with this though is it's only good for this holster, or a holster that does not have the protective hood on it for red dot sight. So when I got the new holster, I tried taking this off and putting it on there, and it didn't work. So had to buy something from a big company. And so I got this product here. It is the rigid tourniquet case holder, just like you see on the old holster there, with the mount for it to go onto the holster. So I ordered this, and all in all, this was like $50, which I thought was a mistake. I was like, well, surely, you know, there's something missing out of the cart, or like I clicked on something wrong. Surely this can't just be $50. But no, it's $50 for getting the tourniquet case and the hardware to mount to a holster. Well, when I got this thing, of course it came in this little package here, pulled everything out and started messing with it to put it all together, and I was like, man, I don't have enough screws to put this all together. So I called them and was explaining that I couldn't put the thing together all the way because I was missing some stuff. And I talked to a woman named Heather. She gave me a phone number to a guy named Matt. Talked to Matt, and Matt, I can't remember word for word what he said, but he apologized and said that they sent me something that they should not have sent. They sent me a product that was not fully put together yet. So this is not supposed to do that. It is supposed to be one complete unit as it comes from their factory. And I got to looking at my other one, and I was like, oh, yeah, so there's like little rivet looking things on here versus actual screws. So he put me back in touch with Heather, gave her my order info and all that, and then they sent me a new rigid tourniquet case, which I've got here. I'll move this off camera to get the packing slip out of camera view. All right, and oh wow, they just basically sent me a whole other package. So sent me a whole other package, and they also sent me a shipping label to send this stuff back. So since I've got the whole brand new package here, I'll just take what was in the other package, drop it in there, and then use the box they sent it in, put the new shipping label on there, send this stuff back to them. So, you know, mistakes happen, right? Especially, I guess, you know, when you're doing high volume stuff and you just got a bunch of products coming out the door, whatever. Oh, and it looks like they sent me some stuff as a consolation, I guess. So they sent me a patch because bad shit happens. Yeah, like products not being put together. just joking. And then a couple of stickers that say because bad shit happens. I think that was all they put in there. So that's pretty cool. I appreciate them sending me a couple little items of swag there. I did not get these in the original package, so I'll be putting those on some ammo cans, and the patch will go in the safe along with my big old patch collection. All right, so this is the fully assembled rigid tourniquet case that I was supposed to have gotten to begin with. And as you can see, these little rivets are in place right in here. So don't know how that made it out the door. I guess whoever was working the factory line that day was probably playing on their phone or something. I don't know. But like I said, stuff happens. I don't really hold it against them. Those things are, you know, they're bound to happen. So let's get into putting this thing together. All right. So now the tricky part is getting these little nuts right here and get trying to hold them in place while you guide it down into the box to put it into the hole. This is probably the most tedious process of this assembly, but once you get, especially when you got big old Sasquatch hands, it just makes it a little bit more tedious and difficult. All right, that's in. Let gravity take over. Switch hands. I'll get a screw with a little rubber washer started. All right, so that's the key, is get these things started first before you're trying to like hold everything together and then put these pieces on, because it's just not going to work. Get the other piece here. All right. Now these top ones are easy to put in, right? Like boom, they just go right in place. It's the ones at the bottom that are just a little bit more difficult. Go in. All right, and then get the other side. Okay, so now that is put together. Now all I have to do is take this and start to undo some of these things. So now this piece right here, I don't know, I have not disassembled this holster before, but this has a spring inside of it. So I would just keep a finger over it, just to be on the safe side, make sure this thing don't pop off and a spring go flying somewhere. Either, you know, like into your eye, or actually, let me tell you what, I'll do this one last. So I remember taking AR apart before, and it was the receiver plate, and there's a spring in there, and I'm taking this thing apart, and then bam, that spring goes flying. Like it shoots all the way up in the air, and it lands out in the shop where I'm at. And I was like, can't find it, right? So had to get a broom and get a big push broom, swept the entire floor, and put everything in a pile, and then took a magnet and went through the pile and found the spring that way. So anytime you're taking stuff apart that has springs in it, you need to be super careful about what you're doing, because once the pressure is released on those things, they will go flying. And like I said, this is right here, this part right here is the furthest I've taken a Safariland holster apart. And then down here too, taking this out and taking that bottom cap piece out. But as far as like messing with this thing right here, never really messed with that before, and I would be slightly worried if you tinkered around with it too much, and that cap pops off and then the spring go flying out. So I'm gonna be careful with that. All right, so slide this over top. All right, and so this one's back on. So I'll take this piece and so those are over the holes there. So I'll take this piece and put this piece back in first. All right, why are you giving me problems? It's not lined up. Alright, then tighten it down. Alright, that should be good. Now, push these pieces back over the holes. Take the fork, and what I'll have to do with these is I'll get the screws started so that they're not locked in place, but they're at least started and held in place, and then I can adjust the fork back to where I originally had it for a straight up draw versus a cant draw, or a forward cant draw. Not a big fan of the forward cant drawing. All right, push that down, get this lined up. Be nice if Safariland just sold freaking holsters with these damn things already on. Like, that would be the cat's meow, right? You don't even have to like screw around with this crap. And realistically, from a safety standpoint, like, I think that's probably the best alternative right there, is if it comes from the factory like that. That way you don't have people taking crap apart and potentially messing with the specs on stuff and then the damn thing failing when you absolutely need it. So if anybody from Safariland is watching, you guys need to start putting these damn things on holsters and sell them as a kit like that. Alright, get that tightened up. Tight and tight. Alright. And I'll retouch this one just to be on the, yeah, it's good. Alright, so now I have a tourniquet holder on my new red dot sight holster, and so now it should be able to accommodate a tourniquet and have it in place and not interfere with the hood. So, you know, I could have taken the old tourniquet off the old one and just put it in here, but, you know, this one's going to go into a rotation so that I can either use it for other stuff or other people can use it. So aside from doing the training thing, I also have a security company, and sometimes I have people who, they work for other agencies and their agencies won't allow them to use their agency issued stuff, and sometimes they don't have a whole lot of their own stuff. So it helps out when you're able to give them quality stuff. Tourniquets. So I have a whole video on tourniquets talking about counterfeit stuff and everything. You need to be buying these from verified sources. Go straight to the manufacturer's website and order straight from them. Do not try to get these damn things off of like Amazon or anything like that. It's just, you're going to end up with a counterfeit item. All right, so this has been the unboxing and installation of the 1110 rigid tourniquet case and RDS mount. Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense, thank you for watching.